We want Emira to be successful as it will become a part of Lotus's ICE legacy, but crisis might already be circling Emira. Remember how sometimes we pick up a hot potato on a cold winter morning and drop it immediately? In Lotus cases, instead of dropping it was just being passed around among multiple owners. Lotus jumped from the clutches of GM Motors to Bugatti owners to then Malaysian manufacturer Proton and eventually ended up with Geely. Now this is not uncommon as a specialized sports car manufacturer historically struggled with finances. As a manufacturer who only made small, light, nimble and not so practical cars whose only purpose is to make you smile on the weekend while torturing anyone else in the car who is not an enthusiast, you can imagine Lotus's client list is not very big. But under Geely's management, Lotus wanted to change that. Despite quite a few fans' criticism about Lotus moving to EV, I think this might be a good thing for both Lotus and EVs. If you don't know, Lotus left its mark during the development of many beloved cars from different manufacturers throughout the history and made F1 racing what it is today. The design of modern F1 car is an improvement of Lotus's innovative design. The practices Lotus adopted in last century shaped F1 racing to be what it is today. Lotus has been the pioneer in the F1 cars. Maybe they will revolutionize the EV sports car and hypercar scene this time. But before they give up the mantle of ICE, Emira was supposed to be their last hurrah. Therefore, Emira needs to be successful as it will become part of Lotus's ICE legacy. But crisis might be circling Emira already. The world has been pretty much at a standstill due to the pandemic during the entire of 2020. Although the world started to slowly open up in the second half of 2021, China was still dedicated to achieve zero COVID. Now, China being the factory of the world, you can imagine how it can affect entire world if factories in China are not running at full pace. This wrench in the supply chain caused all kind of issues, including delays in the production of new cars and making used cars as expensive as new cars. So obviously Lotus Emira's delivery schedule had a hiccup too. But this created few problems. Most of the people with deposits have not received any information about when they will get their car. They have received some possible guidelines which keeps getting pushed back. At this point, deposit holders are not even getting much information from their dealers either. So now a few have already either cancelled or thinking about cancelling their slot. Some are even looking to get Evora GT or Corvette C8 instead. Now given some of them might not be the old fans of Lotus but rather new fans attracted by the Emira. But these cancellations will be recorded in the book, and in this current world where business decisions are made based on the data, this might give wrong impression to Lotus management about the desirability of Emira. Also, as the hype around Emira dies down slowly, this might affect the sales figure too. The new fan might decide to move on to another car instead of waiting for Emira. All this might actually make the management shorten their plan for Emira lineup. On the other hand, pictures are emerging of Emira sitting at the port of Japan. So once the supply chain issues get fixed and shipment resumes, hopefully people will start to receive their beloved cars and we will hear positive and exciting reviews about the Emira. We want Emira to be successful because it is a part of Lotus's legacy as the last ICE sports car from Lotus.